Difference between realism and liberalism. Realism holds that states pursue their interest, while liberalism holds that states can cooperate with one another. Another difference between them is that liberalism believes that international system can be manipulated in order to get peace, while realism thinks it cannot be. The last difference between them is that liberals believe that not state actors are important, while realists believe that only that state matters.
Nationalism is a feeling that people have of being loyal to their country, often with the belief that it is better and more important than other countries. And also, it is the desire of people to make a country of their own. Economic conflict dispute over the control of resources like oil, gas, or water. Usually, economic problems are not because of money or resources. There are three different definitions for territorial conflict. The first one is a disagreement about the possession or control of territory between two actors. The second one can be a political or military movement to reclaim what a group considers lost or stolen land, which conforms to the real or imagined history. And the last one is an act of withdrawing membership from a federation or a state. Ethnic conflict. Conflict between two or more ethnic groups. It may be political, economic, or social. The people fighting must defend their own ethnic group. Religious conflict. Conflict primarily centered on a dispute between two or more religious groups, or it can also be between a religious group and dissidents.
Territorial conflicts are a type of conflict between two or more parties that want to gain dominance and control over a specific area. An example of this type of conflict is the dispute over the South China Sea between China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Taiwan, Malaysia, Brunei, and over various islands in this area. The conflict affects the United States due to the large militarization of Chinese forces in the South China Sea. It began around the 1970s and still continues today. It has a lot of oil and natural gases, which is the main reason of the disputes, and the huge militarization of the area may one day lead to a full-on armed conflict.
Ethnic problem between the Palestinian people and the Israeli people. The main actors are Israel, Palestine, England, United Nations, and other Western powers. This is an ethnic problem because it occurred between an Israelis and Palestinians, two different cultures who didn't want to be ruled by the same social and religious laws. When did the conflict occur? The conflict began in 1945 when discussions began in the UN for the creation of a Jewish state. The armed conflict began in 1948 when Israelis refused to the terms of the Resolution 181 and declared independence. What pretty much happened is that after World War II, the Western powers did not know what to do with the large group of Jewish population, which had just been subject of the Holocaust. Historically speaking, what we call Palestine was the homeland of the Jews. They created a new Jewish state with a smaller Palestine. A day before the English resigned to Palestine, the Jews declared independence. This caused tension and armed conflict with the Arab states and Israel.
Conflict is a conflict between two or more actors in which they compete for the control of scarce resources. An example of this conflict is the economic conflict between Ukraine and Russia for natural gas. The conflict started since the revolution in 2014 and with the annexation of Crimea. Russia is trying to make Ukraine buy its natural gas, but given the recent situation between these countries, the Ukrainian government is refusing to buy from them and instead imports from the USA. This situation makes Ukraine independent from Russia, taking away all the power it wants. This is a religious conflict in Egypt. Who are the main actors in this conflict? The Muslim Brotherhood and President Sisi. Why is this a religious conflict? This is a religious conflict because the current president of Egypt, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, has stated in various situations that he has a vision of Islam in Egypt that the Muslim Brotherhood, another religious group, does not support. When did this conflict occur? The uprisings began in 2011 and continued in 2013 after the coup d'etat. Since then, the dispute has been ongoing, a problem in the region. After the coup d'etat, the President Sisi has had an active conflict against the Muslim Brotherhood in the efforts of disbanding it. Around 10,000 supporters of the Muslim Brotherhood have been arrested since 2013, and hundreds sentences to death.